Hello, everybody! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the first ever excitement that I have that I'm like shaking of excitement. Okay. The reason for that is that because why? Why? It's the first group that's going live, brought to you by Level Up Academy. This is Dr. Leland, your host. I'm super excited that you guys are here. I'm super happy that you are here. And intentions, hope, inspiration, good juju, good energy is what we are hoping for together, right? We might be having different types of businesses, different types of anything that we're doing in a community. But at the end of the day, we have one thing in common, and that is what? Inspiration, connections. And we have found it here on LinkedIn. And why not be intentionals and be best friends or at least collaborators, right? Maybe I'm hoping for too much, but collaborators is what we are hoping for. So let's go ahead and get started because I can't wait.
Are you a curious student, eager to learn new skills and make your mark in the world? Or are you a professional seeking to advance your career and unlock your full potential? You need to be equipped with effective soft skills like communication, problem solving, teamwork, and more. The Level Up Academy by Doc Leland bridges the gap between education and employment through transferable skills training. Get the soft skills you need to be more effective at work.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at that beautiful smile. And we have group 2 today. I do want to hold space for John. John is part of group 2, but he is not able to show up for us today. That doesn't mean he's not able to show up later on. We're going to have collaborations because collaborations for 50 Inspirational is not just today. It's not just this month or last month or next month. It is a continuous effort, guys, right? To make something out of nothing is you have to be something, right? You have to do something. And so we have a life outside of LinkedIn. We have a life outside of platforms, right? And so we have to hold space for people who does not stop. Just because they're not here physically with us does not stop of being inspirational. So I want to hold that space for John as well. So John, whatever you may be doing, please know that we are thinking of you, we love you, we care for you, and we cannot wait to elevate you and also collaborate with you. Hi, everybody. Okay, so full disclosure, I have an AI supposedly driven camera. So if I'm going like this, it's not me doing that, okay? It's my robot, I guess. But I'm a real person, guys. And look at this. I'm so excited. Rebel with a Cause anthology. And you're like, CJ, the anthology is not done. Why do you have that book cover? It's because for those of you who express your interest, but you're not able to join us for whatever reason, time, financial, maybe you feel like you're not ready yet, it's okay. I want to be inclusive. So I've created a journal for you. I created this about a week and a half ago, but in light of Jess, if you guys don't know what's happening, please just ask us and DM us. I want to have good vibes and good energy today, right? In memory of her. I'm actually creating this same book because she is part of our anthology. But the back, I'm going to change the back. I have Jess's in here and a little poetry for her. And what I'm going to do is all sales of this journal, I'm going to put it out. It's going to come out next Friday. I'm going to put it out. All journal sales are going to be going to two things and for our anthology. It's either going to be for mental health or autism that she actually is part of her foundations. I just found out last night from Keith Cooperman the foundations that Jess actually put her heart and soul into it. So I'm going to put all the sales from this journal once it comes out next week, guys. Please help me. We're going to put it towards that. I'm looking and talking to their foundation. I haven't heard back yet, but that is where I'm going. So follow me on that. Our anthology is going to be this one as well, but I'm calling out on making sure that that sales goes to mental health. It's really important, very important that we support the people who are still here, who are still suffering as well. But we want to honor and cherish our sisters and our brothers out there, whoever they may be. I may not know you, but just know that in our community, we are global citizens. We truly are here for you. I do sleep though, so if you call me at 2 in the morning, I'm not a light sleeper. There could be earthquake in California and I wouldn't even know because I'm sleeping. Unless my bulldog is next to me and then she kicks me, then I wake up. But other than that, don't call me at 2 in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning, I will pick up. Okay, for sure. And I do work full time. I teach and I do live lectures for my students and professorship. So if you call me during my classes, I also can't pick up because I'm live with them. But know that I love you. I cannot wait to elevate everybody on here. But first, I want to show you this. Hounds of Business Community, if you are in it, we are looking for 5 ambassadors, guys. 5 ambassadors. We're still going to do that. The only thing we ask is that you have been a member of at least 3 months, and Mike can veto that, by the way. If he really loves you and likes you and really feels your good juju and energy, he might say, okay, you've been here 1 day, let's go, right? I can't do that. Only Mike can do that. Able to introduce people to us. People, okay, we're very selective. People who are what? Soul hearted, that I can see your energy, your passion, everything that you're doing for the community. And show up for engagement. What is the point of following someone if you're not following what they're saying or what they're doing, right? Be a champion for others. That is what we do at HOB. Okay, let's bring up everybody. I cannot do one by one. I can't help myself. The brother has to go, so I guess we have to go start with him too, right? Hello, everybody. Oh, I love your energy. Okay, first of all, I think everybody pretty much know who you guys are, but we're just gonna see, look at my AI. It's moving on its own. I'm going to just go from Mike to April to Jen and to Paulette and introduce yourself a little bit on what you do and what you are hoping to get for 50 inspirational connections. Mike, you're mute, bro.
Yeah, what else is new? Dadgummit, it's my first day. Hey, appreciate you guys. Oh my gosh, Level Up Academy. What you bring to the pack and so many people. It's like PB and J when they put it in the jar at the same time. Like I'm still talking about it 20 years later. Unbelievable. But all these amazing folks, I just love it. Thank you for what you do. So I'm Mike Asherbrenner, the proud and humble and sick today leader of the Hounds of Business community. And it's really just a community full of heart-centered, high-level professionals getting things done through reciprocity. That's what we're about. We put each other first instead of talking about all about us and what we want. We go out there and focus on the right kind of people and get them what they want. And guess what? We get way more that way than we would do on our own. So, the 50 inspirational, what I want to get out of it, hey, there's a lot of strays out there, right? And they want to find their way home. So that's what I'm out here for. Hey, it's not about me. Lots of good people, lots of great impact going on. And it's a daggum shame when people don't have the resources, support, and what they need to make that reality. And that's what I'm all about, CJ. And that's why we're PB and J. So appreciate this and love you guys, man. This has been a stellar. And I couldn't have done it if you didn't make this affordable and accessible. And I think this is what makes you so special. So thank you so much.
It's not about me, it's about us today. Yes. I love like 50 inspirational connections. There's no money involved. There's only heart involved and energy. That's all. right? We're not talking about money and pitch lapping. We're like, hey, let's, what do we do in the community? What do we do? What do we do? Right? And
Oh, yeah.
I want to highlight that that's why you guys are inspirational, because you are so busy, but yet you show up. By showing up today, you show up with that energy. April, sister, how are you? Your turn.
Here, and I am just so excited along with you, everyone here, because I didn't even expect to, to get nominated for the 50. And it just really helped me to step forward out of the shadows as being a wellness advocate. You know, my mission is really to push beyond the boundaries of traditional wellness and go a little deeper. So what does that look like? It looks like holistic health. So we're looking at the mind and really supporting the person as a whole. So I love working with people one-on-one, whether it is mindfulness practices, breath work, Reiki trainings. I've partnered with Aveda Institutes across the nation offering Reiki trainings, which is a CAM services that hospitals and other clinics are now acknowledging as part of a good foundation of support for their patients. And so being part of the 50, I want to expand further. I'm a little selfish. I want more so I can share with others. I want to be able to think outside the box, right? The boxes, and let people know that they are just worth so much more than what they give themselves credit for. So this is what I'm about, and I'm such a just gratitude to be here and also part of the Hounds and everyone that is supporting us here today. Thank you so much for your love and support.
It's, I don't call that selfish. I call that amplifier, right?
Okay, I'm an amplifier. I'll take
That's
it.
right. There you go. I just W there because you know why? Here's the thing. Can you imagine if I'm talking to myself by myself, all lonesome here? I'm like, hi guys, but I'm by myself. Like no one's literally listening. How am I getting my message out there? You can't. But you, by getting all those people involved, by having this, we're amplifying our messages. We're all queens and kings of amplification. I want to create that opportunity for everybody to do it. Right. And how do you do it? You collaborate. You collaborate. You can't do it by yourself. You could, but it's gonna listen. Here's my example. I did podcasting for 2 years now. I'm still doing it, right? It took me a year and a half to be a top 10% global podcasters. And I'm still doing that collaboration. But what I found out in YouTube is that, I mean, if you collaborate and elevate other people, you bring their network. That's how I grew so fast. That's the secret sauce, right? Because it's not about me, it's about you and you and you and you, right? It's all about your messages. And so we amplify each other by being for each other. Sister Jinlin, my makeup sister, what's up? Your turn, sis. Oh, you're on mute too. You're following the mic rule? Really?
You know
Unmute.
why? Because I have to mute myself to stay quiet, right? Like, otherwise I'm laughing and like, so I put myself on mute. But so excited to be here, as always. And I love everybody in this group. I love everybody in the inspirational. I love everybody that I see out in the comments. We got Earth Mama and Ollie and Lewis and Hounds and Lisa and Susanna and all these beautiful people. And what I'm about is the beautiful people. I am about beauty. I am about aesthetics, and I am about bringing your brand into a place of heartist. I'm a heartist. I pull out what's in your heart and soul and pull it into art so that you can magnetize everything that it is that you are wanting to experience in your business and in your life, because every single part of it is soul based and is intentional and purposeful. And at the end of the day, I'm really building ethos systems and supporting others and understanding what that looks like, and how do you do that, and how do you be sustainable and equitable and all of those things from the get-go rather than it being an afterthought. Man, it you have to have it if you're gonna give it, right? So own that, April, right? That's what I'm gonna say to you. Like, own that you want that, because to give it, you have to have it, and to keep giving it, you have to have more of it. There is never a reason that you have to stop saying, I want to be able to have this so that I can give it away, right?
Thank you, sister. Yeah, I am receiving and I'm amplifying, and I hope everybody else also receives that message too. And that's why I'm excited to be part of the 50, because then that, right, helps level me up and
That's
everyone
right.
else.
That's right. Paulette, how are you doing, sister?
I'm fine. I got the mic, so one up. I'm doing all right. Thanks, Jen. Thank you for that, because I would have been chatting away. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Been very busy helping people with their mental health online. But that's really not what I want to get my message across. It's really for the children. So I am not 100%, but 200% here for the children, to represent them and their needs. And unfortunately, in our busy world and our busy lives, they sometimes get forgotten. And so the reason I started writing books to try and help children was to reach the masses. And now I'm reaching countries, and I'm all over the place, which I expected never to be. I came on LinkedIn to reach, I guess, psychologists, therapists, counselors and mental wellness people in the UK. And actually, I've ended up selling books all over the world, and that is magnificent. And it's a wonderful feeling in my heart to think that you've all taken me to your heart, because it wasn't expected. It certainly wasn't perceived or one of my thoughts. It was always going to be just to try and amplify the books and get the books out there, because we know they're needed. But to actually find such wonderful people, and just people with kind hearts, people that are genuine, and that's the word that I would use. Authentic and genuine they're like my buzzwords, and they are things that I've found on LinkedIn which have been wonderful, because there aren't people everywhere who are like that. So to find as many as there are on here is fabulous. And I think you found 50 great ones, but I think there might be 100 million 50. I don't know how many gazillion millions there are on LinkedIn, but we are who we are, and we've got our connections, um, and we have that feeling inside of us when it just gels and it works. And this is a great group of people, and everybody's here for each other, and that means the world to me. So thank you.
I love that. Here's what I've also noticed, right? We have our own goal in our head. We have our own thoughts that what the outcome is going to be. But for me, I stop thinking about the outcome and I just start with the hope, right? Because every single project that I have done, whether it's LinkedIn, I have projects with 100,000 people that I've created outside of here. And I'm always so surprised at what the outcome is. So I stop thinking about the outcome. What I've noticed is that people who has good heart and good intentions in their bones, the outcome is always amazing, right? It's because what you put out, energy out there, it's going to come back to you. It's like a boomerang, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you came here for books and all that, but you came here, that's just the high level of what your intentions were. But deep inside in your heart, you did it because you want to help children. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
And guess what you got? boomerang effect. You're like, "Whoa, what? What do you mean I'm selling books everywhere? I was thinking just a couple people on LinkedIn." Because your heart was meant for good. That's what I want to say, that, right? And always, like April, the same thing, that energy. So I have a question for you guys. What specific actions or approaches can be taken to inspire and motivate others in your community to get involved in local initiatives and also make a positive impact? Yes, the currency that we have today is social media, but it's so good to also do it locally. We're going to start with Mike. Unmute.
I got it. I think I figured this out. It only took what, 20 minutes? All right. So, hey, real quick, what you said about values over outcomes, or outcomes, that's how I view that. Values. Be an oak tree and a sea of tumbleweeds. Boy, that's rare. It's not always profitable, but dadgummit, it's the most sustainable thing I've ever seen. And number two, what are those values going to lead to? What impact? I don't like the word outcomes. I like impact. I want to see things happen. So, uh, couldn't be more aligned. And to answer your question, please put it back up there because I'm sick and I'm goofy anyway. So, yeah, put the question back up because I'm trying to write and I didn't do it. So, honestly, two things, in my opinion, in my experience: ask good questions, right? And not just do it as some goofy tactic or ploy. Be genuine. Hey, what do you think? And a lot of the people in the house recently got something from me. Hey, I have these ideas. What do you think? Because what am I here for? I'm here to serve, right? Why do I want to create something that nobody wants or sees value in? That's goofy. Number two, sometimes you just got to do it. You just have to have the attitude of a scientist, an experiment, right? Well, what if it doesn't work? Yeah, it's probably not, right? But again, you never see a scientist get mad, throw the beaker across the room because it failed the first two times. They expect failure, and so those two, that's what I would think is just, hey, go look around, read things, ask people, get involved, go to community events. Don't force it. These things will find you when you go out there and just kind of explore. You'll be amazed at what kind of things will find you. So be a bug zapper, attract those things. And you don't have to have all the answers. Just put yourself out there because when you do that, you'll get the information you're lacking and you'll be able to go to the next step and the next step. Does that make any sense? Hopefully it does. Somebody translate this.
No, it makes sense. Yes. I love that it's impact. That's why my question is always, what is the impact and legacy, right? I just found out on top of Jess that I lost another friend who was in my podcast about a year ago, and I didn't even know she was going through cancer, right? And her husband was nice enough to share that. And I mean, guys, okay, first of all, Russ, thank you for checking on me. Willie J, thank you for checking on me. Michelle Ramos, thank you for checking on me. Um, and Mike, of course, we check on each other and be goofy about Medea on a daily basis. My sister Susanna, Danielle, you guys are my rock. Thank you for checking on me. What you guys know is that once I have ADHD, right? But depression comes my way pretty hard, and I'm an empath. So when I get sad, I can't breathe and I cannot talk. I can't, I just literally stay in my corner and said, CJ, CJ, CJ. Like I keep talking to myself. There's 7 people in my head right now. Like, CJ, you can't do this. You have kids, you have dogs. Like you can't, you just get out. And I literally have to talk to myself out of sadness. And so the way that I can cope is write, write, write. Like you have no idea how many poetry I've been writing. Guys, I've been in 5 anthologies. This is the first time that I finished my chapter, 3,000 words. That's how horrible my anxiety and my depression got. Like it was bad. And then I have to think, you know what? You can't say in a positive. You can't say in a positive that way. What you do is take action, CJ. What actionable things can you do to help others? There's still people who are living right now. Let's celebrate those people. What can you do? Stop talking about depression. Stop talking about this. Just going to brew more negativity. Stop. Like I literally had to scold my own self. And then I found out, oh, I can do journals, I can sell it, and I can help others. Why not? So that's what I do. I make sure I stay on the pity party at bay and I gotta move up because I have so many people I have to level up. I stand my ground. I have to. That's a must. And Gabe, thank you for that membership. I love you, bro. Ollie, thank you for being here as well. Ollie is a good energy giver. And let's not stay on the sadness routine. We will have just in our heart. but we got to do something for the rest of the people who are here. Give that energy, give that, inspiration. And that's what we're here, is to lift each other up, not pull each other down. So if you hear any negativity, acknowledge that feeling, guys. You can't put it out and said, "Oh, don't worry, don't cry." Don't do that. Acknowledge it, guide it, but guide the conversation forward. And Paulette, thank you for taking care of Rebel. Thank you for we are Rebel group. Thank you for helping. Rashida, if you are watching Team Replay, thank you. Those help. I don't say much, and I even had to ask Susana to post for me because my brain, guys, I didn't want to come out of the hole. Like, I really felt horrible, like someone's sitting on me. I didn't even talk to Susana or Danielle, and I talked to them 7 times a day. I couldn't even talk. I just couldn't. My heart just fell apart. And so, for those of you who care enough to call me, thank you so much. I don't want to cry. So, April, your turn.
So the question was, yes, thank you so much, because I'm on the same level as Mike, as I'm following you, CJ, and then I'm like, whoop, I got to switch here. So it's, for me, it's about my actions is with myself. So as I show up, as I fill my cup with my self-awareness, with my intentions, no pun intended, this is my business, living with intention. So by being able to show up and be that person for others as I co-create community with other people. My background looks kind of weird, right? Hey, there's a bed back there. I'm a full-time RVer. So that's one thing that really attracted me to the Hounds is, hey, I found my community of people that actually see me and they understand, and I can support them. And then that helps to level me up, because this is what mental health is about too. We can't be siloed. We can't, as you so perfectly described, CJ, about feeling alone and all that happening. When we have a group of people that sees us and we know we can turn to, such as Paulette helped you out, and all those other people that checked in. I know more people than that checked in with you. That's what it's all about with living with intention. So by co-creating community with other people who are passionate about talking about wellness, talking about different ways to expand, I say, the collective consciousness of wellness, and offering those wonderful resources, then that's the ripple effect, right? Because we are the ripple effect as we're connecting with others, whether we realize it or not. So doing our best to show up, living with intention, and creating that ripple effect, that momentum of positivity and support, because you never know, right? Well, where it'll take you or whose life you will touch.
You all touch mine. Thank you. I even talked to my daughter. I said, honey, if I stop everything that I'm doing now, just stop. Just no social media. I can actually go to my grave and said, I think I made a difference on 1 or 2 people's lives. I can live with that, right? And I'm so happy that you guys are creating and co-creating, because that is the point, right? I've died almost 8 times, including cancer. God still gave me a chance to, I don't know what, and I'm listening to my heart. And what I'm good at is connections. What I'm good at is trying to level up people. That doesn't mean I'm not falling apart inside. I am, but I try to find, to smile, to be grateful, to be kind, to be compassionate. But I'm also human. I get hurt too, right? And so it's really easy for me to just like lash out on people, but I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth to do negativity. I've already suffered enough. I'm not doing this negativity business. Let's just smile and be kind. And shopping. I have really bad shopping issues. Jenlyn, sister, your turn. Unmute, sister.
Yeah, it is about authenticity, consistency, showing up and doing the damn thing. If you are wanting to inspire, if you are wanting to motivate, if you are wanting to rally people behind a cause, if you are wanting, like right now, let me tell you, if you're alive, you still have purpose to fulfill. If you are not, you have filled it. Because as a medic, as a firefighter, you don't really get to choose to leave this world unless that's the case, right? You don't. So anybody that's no longer with us has fulfilled their purpose. If you're still here, you have a purpose. So to rally that up, you've got to dig in soul level, heart level. You have got to pull it up and pull it out of yourself in your actions, in the way that you're showing up, in the decisions, in the choices that you make, in the people that you surround yourself with, in the people that you call out to, and the people that you magnetize to you. It is all about the inside out, and you have to be the one to do it. You have to move your mass. You have to move the mountains that are within yourself. You cannot inspire people if you are not walking the walk and being in 100% congruence. This is why I show up in the way that I do in my own life every single day, just like you do, just like Mike does and April does, and just like Paulette does and Matt does and Ollie does and Kinga does, right? We do that because we understand that that is what rallies people. That's what brings intention together. That's what makes a fire when all you have by yourself is a spark.
I love it. Paulette, turn.
I'm not following that. I'm not following you. So my inspiration is just for children to smile. My motivation is for children to smile for longer. So there are so many children in care. There are so many children going into care every single day. In the UK, every 30 seconds, a child is being taken into care. In the States, it's 150 every 30 seconds. Those children, and I was one of them, are given a black sack. That's it, a black sack. You've got 1.5 to 3 minutes, if you're lucky, to go in the house, get what you need, and get out. That's it. That's what you leave with. No more. So I joined forces with Comfort Cases in the UK, and we supply rucksacks. And those rucksacks are bags of joy and love, toiletries, a beautiful blanket to snuggle down with, a cuddly toy, a journal, a pen. And we were talking about books, and we wanted books that were relevant to those children. So I wrote the New Home book because every day it's a new home. Sometimes every week it's a new home. And it's not a home like you and I know as a home. It's a place, but it's a place that they're going to call home. So I want children to go in that rucksack of love and find a book that makes them feel okay, and to have water, their inner voice, telling them it's going to be okay, supporting them in their minds that things will work out okay. I stand by that because I was that. I have walked the walk, and I got to the top of the glass ceiling. And it wasn't until my son became very ill through bullying that I realized that in my path of determination to get to the very top of the very top and to be the very best of the very best and to make sure that we were financially secure and all those things, that you don't realize that you forget the really important things. And then I became ill, he was ill. It was a whole shitstorm, if I'm allowed to say that, but we fixed it.
Mhm.
21 in September. He's at university, he's doing medicine. He wants to make the drugs that are going to keep other mums alive, like the drugs that kept me alive. That's an autistic child that's supposed to have no empathy, no ability to see other people. He's got the biggest heart on this planet. He could be the next whoever because he's got so much about him, full of love and kindness, that I was told he'd never speak, let alone do all these things. So when I talk about motivate, leadership, inspire, I just think look in the mirror, take a deep breath, and just say, come on, come with me. Let me show you how to go the right way. Never trampling on anybody, never hurting anybody, but pushing forward until we make sure that every child is safe, every child has a home, and every child feels that they have got a future. My dream.
We are living our dreams, guys. People told me I can't do a lot of things. I can't do this. I can't be on TV because I'm Filipino and I'm short. I can't have radio because I don't do hip hop. Okay, first of all, I sing, but like not that great. You might have to like go in your cabin and cover your ears, but I don't care because it's in from my heart. Here, YouTube, 1,400 watching us live, almost 1,500. Thank you so much, YouTube. I love you guys. We're trying to grow 100,000 subscribers, and you're probably thinking, CJ, why numbers? Because I'm all about amplifying your messages. I could use 1,500 friends right now. So let's go, right? And I love that. So I know that we're halfway through the mark, and I want to actually ask for 50 inspirational, what does that mean to you, Mike? What does that mean? This is your second year with me. What does that mean to you?
Great question. It's a way to push up others. I mean, again, I for me, in my perspective, it's I get the most joy, and also if you do it right, the most profitability. Which I don't know what you can ask for. You love what you do, and you can make money doing it, right? And that's money is a measuring stick of what we can accomplish. If I help a lot of people change a lot of lives, then I made a lot of money. If I didn't, then I didn't make a lot of money because I didn't change a lot of lives, right? So I think it's just I love it because we get to spotlight people who probably wouldn't get that otherwise. And again, it goes back to all of the talents, all these issues we have. People have solutions, right? And they're like little eggs, right? Like little chickens have little eggs, and they haven't grown into that chicken that can solve that problem. And I think this is just a small but powerful step into finding new folks that can bring their passion, their intelligence, and all the things that they can, and they can grow into that. They're surrounded by you and all these great people in the comments and the hounds and Level Up Academy and all these friends we have. And so they're not alone, they're not without resources, right? It is accessible, it is affordable. And good for the people who made it, but what about those who could and should make it? And that's what we're here to provide, right?
I love that. I think for me is 50 inspirational really. Let me tell you why because somebody asked me like, well, how did you think about it? Okay, first I have ADHD, and when I'm hyper focused, I could build the Great Wall of China in 5 seconds in my head. Okay, that's how crazy I get. But 50 Inspirational was born because I was self reflecting. I said, I'm elevating people one at a time, once a week. And even then, I get 4 people a month. Multiply that by, 12 months. What if I do that in like 2 to 3 months and just like do it? And then I didn't realize how many hours I actually have to put together because I got to do editing, I got to do application, I got to stalk people for three. Listen, okay, if you're complaining about 50 inspirational connections, I'm literally giving you 200 hours. Okay. And I used to make $600 every 30 minutes, but I'm giving you more than 100 hours for free. I'm not throwing it in anyone's face. I want you to be grateful, but own it. When you have it, take it by the bullhorn and say, yes, I'm here to inspire myself and everybody else with me. That's what I want you guys to think about, right? You have to be inspired by your own story in order for you to show up for others. You have to be good in the mind in order for you to show up for others. You have to be grateful in order for you to see greatness in others. All I'm saying, right? April,
Yeah.
what do you think about 50 inspirational connections? What are some of the
Right, you
thoughts?
just you literally like took the words right out of my mouth because it's so true. Having that gratitude and just saying, what can I do with this? And these other amazing 49 people that I get to connect with and help level them up, amplify that. That's what I'm all about. Just learning from others. That's my big thing. I love learning from other people, and I love unlearning my old belief system, the BS that might have boxed me in. So when we connect with other people, it doesn't have to be wellness people that I'm connecting with. It could be a AI person or a marketing person. It does not matter. It's meeting people and understanding who they are, hearing their stories. It's so wonderful to do. And I just met with actually Jason Wilson yesterday, right? Who's doing the Freedom Fight Expo for cancer. Oh my gosh. So, see, just even that just inspires me to become more. And knowing that that's the ripple effect. This is how we co create and expand the collective consciousness for others. I absolutely love doing that. And I also a podcaster as well, and also through retreats. So I have a wellness retreats that I offer. So I'm not saying anything right now about it, although this is how I co-create community. I want people to feel safe. I want people to feel that they're in a sanctuary of support. So that way they can breathe, they can release the trauma and those outer edges that keep us so sharp and protected. Let's soften those so that way we can connect and relate with each other because that's what humans are meant to do. So living with intention, that's what I'm all about. So this is what 50 inspirational means to me is being inspired by others and then amplifying that out. Thank you, CJ.
You're welcome. I love it. Rashida's trying to calculate days. I'm like, sister, even though it's like days, there's 24 hours, I ain't sleeping like 12 hours. I can't. I have a migraine. So the last 4 days, I almost ended up in the hospital. I was vomiting like 10 times yesterday. My migraine's really bad. So I got to go back to my neurologist. Nortec, if you guys are having migraine, Nortec does work, but it's $100 a pill. I'm only given 8. So I have to like ration that thing, right? I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to the emergency room because they shoot me with for pain, but it's bad for my liver. So I'm like, great, if that thing's not going to kill me, this thing's going to kill me. And I love just doing holistic. And so I'm loving Lisa for telling me about menopause because I have perimenopause since in my 30s. I'm close to 50 now, but life just takes in another turn when you're positive. Even there's so many things going on in your life, just smile and stay positive because it really gives your mind to get that dopamine to say, I can do this, whatever that this is. But there are moments that you can't do it alone. Please reach buddy and everybody, especially people who are on this stage right now. I want to take a moment to say thank you to my ambassadors. You see those ambassadors down there? Look at them. I'm literally saying, hey, when can we record? Hey, when can we record? Like, I'm such a harasser at this point. Any bro, thank you. He woke up. I don't think he slept, he said. I think it was 4 or 5 a.m. his time. And he's like, he's on a suit. I'm like, where are you going? He's like, recording. I'm like, wow, I feel honored. 5 a.m. his time, guys. And he's here for 50 inspirational connections. Give me a break. Like, wow, not everybody will show up like that. So, bro, any love to you. Love to you. There goes my AI. Also, Danielle's going through her own issues with her own life, but she shows up for me, right? 10 p.m., 11 p.m., we show up to record 50 inspirational connections. Sister Susanna, sis, I need you. Okay, what is it? 7 in the morning. How about 10? Sure. Midnight? Sure. 1 o'clock? Sure. That's what's happening in the background. These people right here, amazing. Kinga, I'm traveling to see my whatever. Can we record on this? Sure. Saturday? Sure. Sunday? Sure. They show up. Not for me, for you, right? So these ambassadors, I want you guys to thank them. If you see them on LinkedIn, say, I love you. And they're probably thinking, what are you doing? What's love? What's happening? You do have to appreciate people who's giving their heart. And thank you for saying yes to my crazy ideas. I do have crazy ideas, but it's all for our community. Mike, I know you have to go, so I'm going to go back to you after Jen Lin, okay? Jen Lin, 50 inspirational connections. What does that mean to you?
50 inspirational connections means to me community. It means coming together in a multitude. It means coming together as a mass, as a mountain range of innovation and creativity and change. It means being able to come together to support a larger community altogether, right? So we can come together and create the impact, right? Impact and legacy is what it's all about. And being able to see that and recognize that and give the idea to your brother. You got an idea in your head and you can't do anything with it because you're already too busy. Give it away. It doesn't belong to you. You're just a channel. You're just a vessel. And that's what it means, right? It means being able to come together so that we can learn what those things are, so that we can say, damn, Mike, that is so brilliant. I love that. And for Mike to be able to say, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for that. But I can't do anything with this. Can you? And let's hand those things out. Let's delegate those things out. Let's really create change, lasting transformation with one another.
Paulette, what does that mean? Emotional.
I think she needs a mic drop moment. Jen Lynn needs the mic. Boop. To me, I guess, firstly, acknowledgement. I think that's something that I'm incredibly grateful for and appreciative of, is somebody seen me, and that means something to me. Then let's take it further than that. 50 of us have been chosen for a reason. So somebody saw something in each of us. If we take all those 50 people, and we're not going to all necessarily gel, but let's take those 50 and put them in a mixing pot, and let's stir that mixing pot up and see what we can make. Because the whole point of this for me is not to just do this and run. It's to see what we can make from this, where we can go from this. This is just a stepping stone to a future of collection. And so that's how I see it. I see it as an opportunity. Thank you for the acknowledgement, but it's really an opportunity to work with some amazing people that you've also seen for your reasons. And the thing that I have so far seen in everybody is that we're all heart-centered. And if we're all heart-centered, that mixing pot is going to be overjoyed with love and ideas and ways that we can make a difference. So I'm very excited by that. Thank you.
Take it away. Thank you so much, Paulette. I love that. I love what you said about being heart-centered. I know you have to go, bro. Any last minute thing that you would like to tell us or show us?
Yeah, the same kind of feeling I had when I saw my two little hillbillies in the beach in the waves for the first time. I just stopped and sat back and looked, and I'm just watching you guys. I'm like, do you see this? We all have our own things, right? Our own communities or our own business, but it doesn't feel like it, does it? It feels just like one, and people just love it. And I think, again, the foundation to everything else, where's your heart attitude? I mean, that's it. That's, it's not perfection. It's just, you know, you're at that level where you're ready to handle your own inner garbage and go through the nasty work inside, and and then come out the other end once you face those demons. And so I know it sounds abstract, but here's the deal. From personal experience, several times we think we have a marketing problem or a business problem, but oftentimes we have an inner problem, right? And again, this is why our communities are so good and so effective, because it's not just the business aspect. We actually care about the individuals. We're an organism that turned into an organization. So people ask us, are you a friendship group? Are you a business group? Well, dadgummit, we're both. And that's what's so special. And so I just wanted to say thank you to the ambassadors, to the folks in group 2, for you, CJ, for Susanna Dawn, who does all that heavy lifting in the background and never says a boo about it. And y'all keep me going. I mean, seriously, I'd be laying in bed with a fever right now, but man, I am so pumped. And hey, any strays out there, you found yourself home, man. Level Up Academy, Doc Leland. She's our publicity hub queen in the hounds. Hey, don't do it. Reach out to somebody. Hey, plug in. Uh, all boats rise. That's all I got to say. I appreciate this opportunity. Y'all are amazing. Seriously.
Now
Appreciate it.
amplify those messages and be staying cool there, bro. Have fun with your class today. We love you.
Absolutely. And believe in yourself, even when nobody else does. Dadgummit, don't let nobody steal that. All right. They got their own stuff. You do you. All right. And if you want to be supported, hey, send me a carrier pigeon DM, whatever. Oh, and by the way, it's Medea. That's all I got to say.
Medea.
Medea. That's
Medea. No, Medea.
Medea. All right. Love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Be good.
See ya. Oh my gosh. He's like, I'm not showing up if you don't say it. I'm like, fine, but still Medea. I'm from Cali. I can't just not do that. Okay. This is one of our collaboration, Jen Lynn and I, right? I asked her to come and help me. And thank you guys for saying yes. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because we'll be explosive, right? So this is our magazine. And I changed from heart centered to soul hearted, because if you are passionate, it's just in your soul. I could see it just bright, shining. And this lady over here, I love. So this is the Rebel with a Cause, right? And Paulette's gonna be in it. I cannot wait. Oh, look at that amazing woman. Look at that. She's literally like my heart, because we love bright colors. I'm like, ta-da! You see this? I don't know if you can see it.
Love it. The book signing.
There you go. Right? That is Beyond Boundaries book signing. Guess what? Just because we did one here in California doesn't mean you can't have one in Texas or New York. Jess and I were actually thinking about doing it in New York with everybody. So, guys, if you're in New York, please let me know. I will try to fly to get this book signing in and people in there. But Annie is in here. I'm trying to look for Annie because the brother is not here, but he shows up for everybody. Oh, Kinga's here.
Yep, Kinga's in there.
Jenny here, obviously.
And
this is a local guy. He owns a candy store called Candyland, Jason Lim, and he.
I loved learning about him. His candy shop is so adorable.
Dina.
Yes, Dina.
Yes. I love Dina, and Lily's also in here. And then, of course, let's see if we can find Rochelle. Rochelle is in Canada. Amazing sister, right? These are people that we curated. Geraldine, if you don't know, 1 million linked up women. We're doing a podcast circuit. Sorry, guys, I couldn't do it yesterday. There was no way. I was scatterbrained, like I was crying in and out. But I'm good now. We're good now. Thank you. Of course, my dear sister, Susana is here. And then let's take a look at who else. I'm trying to find Amy. Where did you go? Danielle's here too.
Yeah.
Danielle. And I write everything in here, and then my sister Jen Lynn helps me kind of put things together, and then I like put things together. We just collaborate. Oh, look at that. Look at that man.
Yeah, there he is.
Right? He looks so like, oh, look, and I like this one. I gave him wings, guys. I gave him wings.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him wings. I love it. And look at this. Look at this. Right? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so excited for everybody. And then I put myself last. You don't know what you're gonna see with me. It could be a blonde hair, it could be a red hair, it could be a dark hair, doesn't matter. I just have fun with my life because
I
that's
thought
just
it was funny that we kind of showed up today almost in the same.
I know. Oh yeah, rebel with a cause. Yes, yes, yes. Shirt. I love my swags. Now, my thing is this, and I want to end it in a positive note, but also continuous learning. Is there one quote? Okay, and this is impactful, and I've proven it already that our video lasts forever beyond us. Our books will last forever beyond us. So I usually do not ask this on a group question because it's a group, but I think it's more important more than ever. And I'm gonna probably go over. It's okay. I'm gonna start with Paulette, going backwards.
I was just looking for something I wrote yesterday, trying to think where it was. I wrote something yesterday and it made me really quite emotional. I'm just going to see if I can find it. It's my own quote, but it was okay, guys. See if we can keep this together, okay? Love like you've never loved before. Love for everybody. Love because not everybody knows it. Love, make sure you tell somebody every day. Love is by far the most important thing we have. Please don't be selfish with it. That is how I felt yesterday after spending a lot of the day giving therapy. But it was a good feeling because the giving back is what's important in my life. I feel like that's what I've been put here for now, and that's what I will do. And people kept reaching out and normally in this situation one does 4 or 5 sessions and calls it a day, and I was on my 15th session and I was like limiting it to 20 minutes and going, I can fit you in between this time and that time, and but it didn't matter because it was what I was telling people. It is so important to never go to bed on an argument. It's so important never to have regrets. So just live your life with every single cell in your body and love unconditionally. That's me done.
Thank you, Paulette.
Thank you.
If this is your last day today, right now, what would be your message to your friends, family for impact and legacy?
Remember what I stood for. Remember who I am and what I stood for. Carry it on, please.
I love that. Thank you. Jen Lin, your favorite quote and the same question for your dear sister.
To love one another has to be chosen from soul level. The art of life is choosing to love one another no matter how it is that we're showing up, no matter who it is that we're being in that moment. It's the art of enjoying little and enduring very much for the impact and the legacy that it is that you know that you're here to leave. When it's done from a soul level, there's no question about what it was that you stood for. There's no question about what it is that you were here for. Love is always the answer. And it starts with yourself. Do the dirty work so that you can be the light that you came here to be in other people's dark places, so that you can be the guide that you came here to be. This says, sweetheart, just a little bit more to the left. You can do this. You've got this, right? We did come here to endure for the greatness that we are destined for each other. And when we do that from soul level, it's automatically done gracefully. It's automatically done impactfully. It's already done amplified.
Thank you, sister.
It's not running down my face. For all of you that can't see, I do want you to know.
Thank you.
Sorry, I can't laugh after you just said all that beautiful stuff.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Laughter is the best medicine.
Oh dear,
right?
you're funny. Oh, bless your heart.
Paulette says love. You said love. April, what say you?
Oh my gosh. Yes, like with tears, right, in our eyes as we're listening to Paulette and Jenlyn. It comes down to gratitude, holding gratitude for the life that we've lived, for the people, the lives that we've touched, even if it's one or two. And CJ, it's not one or two, my dear. It's all about when we show up, as I said before, and as Jenlyn perfectly said, do the dirty work. Get dirty, because that's where the treasure is. That's where you truly discover yourself. And when we stand in that state, holding that gratitude, then there's no second guessing or remorse or anything of whatever we've done or said, because we're coming from that soul-hearted space. So the quote that I'd like to share is from Maya Angelou, and it is, "Nothing can dim the light that shines within." So no matter what's happening around you, know that that internal essence is eternal, and nothing can dim our lights. Yeah. And if you want to laugh, you can see Arlo behind me, my dog, on the bed.
She's whining, and my dog over here is looking at me like, Mom.
I know.
Mom. She's
So
looking
I'll
at me.
mute myself now.
I love it. Thank you so much. This is my own quote. It says, to handle yourself, use your head, but to handle others, use your heart. And I can't believe that I've been saying that, and now I fully grasp when you guys are saying love, right? Because if we love, we are blinded by everything else, our adversity, our ego, our likes, dislikes, our trauma. It kind of disappears when you truly deeply love somebody, right? Yes, it's going to be pain. People murder others because of love. I mean, come on. That's how strong that emotion is. And so is anger, right? But I think if we need more love, we can definitely do that. And I want to end this with inspirational, because 50 inspirational. Inspiring ourselves and others really begins with cultivating a sense of purpose and belief in the positive impact that we can create. By setting those clear goals, leading by example, and embracing challenges with resilience and optimism, we can ignite a sense of possibility in those around us, even if they're not there yet. Like Mike said, we're still a little bit egg. It's okay, keep going. Sharing our own stories of perseverance, celebrating small victories, and fostering a supportive environment that can empower others to take action and contribute to the collective good. Ultimately, inspiration is contagious, guys. Let's go. That's what my intent is for 50 inspirational, is to contain, to give this virus of inspiration, right? When we commit to our own growth and demonstrate genuine passion for a cause, we naturally encourage others to do the same. And I want you to do the same. If you're going to infect people with something, let's infect them with inspirational things, love, right? Care for each other, dog whining. I'm surprised my bird hasn't cursed right now, because she does curse. And I said, one of these days, all the 70,000, whatever thousand, I going to get shut down from YouTube. She curses. She curses. And I'm teaching. I'm like, oh, let me mute. She curses. So if you don't hear her, this is a good thing. I want you guys to smile today. And I want to encourage a homework for all of you. Sit down today, right now, after the show, and write on a piece of note one question and one goal. What makes me happy? Be honest with yourself. Don't say shopping, because that only lasts 5 minutes and then you look at your wallet, it's zero. Don't say that. What makes you happy to your core? And don't reflect on, like, I used to say, okay, my kids don't make me happy, but what truly makes you happy in this world, in this existence right now? Reflect on that. From there, think about what can you do to keep that happiness going and sustain that momentum. Then I want you to do one thing for me. Smile at a stranger today and see how that feels. Just smile, right? Smile, whether it's on the grocery store, you're driving, even though they cut you off, smile anyway. Just smile, see what happens. All right? Bye, everybody. We almost hit 1,700 right now on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you. We will see you soon. Oh, and by the way, this Friday at 12 p.m. PST, Group Two's video is going to be shown. I want you guys to be there as well. Bye, everybody. See you.
Bye.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
Keep amplifying.
That's right. Keep it